Fleurette here with Inkon3. Hope you're having a great day. Got back recently from Says Create, an awesome event. If you have not gone, I highly recommend it when they have the next one. So many fun projects to create, so many amazing companies and people to meet and friends to make. It really is a fantastic event. We created a project there that, we had Create It, Take It, so you could create with us and then take it with you. We use the Fadeout ink in a new way. So Fadeout, if you haven't heard of it, is the original no-line coloring ink. It really is a magical ink in that it literally becomes another color. So we used it to create this really cute squirrel card, and I'm going to show you how we did it now. So we're going to be using the Hey Squirrely stamp set. It's this super cute squirrel that's kind of like peeking out from the side of the card with these adorable leaves, and we're going to use the sentiment from one nut to another. So we're going to be inking this up with the latest Atelier color, which is called Pitch Black. It's a fantastic ink because we're going to emboss with it. So you can watercolor with this ink, you can stamp with it, you can ink blend with it. It's buttery smooth. It's just an amazing ink, and it's called Atelier, which stands for the Artist Workshop, because it literally does all the things. So I'm just going to ink up this stamp and get started. Since we're going to be watercoloring, I thought it would be fun to use some crystal clear, ultra fine embossing powder, and we're going to be able to emboss this because the Atelier ink stays wet for so long, and it's a really crisp black ink, and when we put the crystal clear on, it's going to create a nice well for us to watercolor, where we can watercolor easily in the lines. So now we're going to use the elliptical leaf stencil. Now we get to one of the really fun parts, how we're going to be using the Fadeout ink in a whole new way. We're also going to be using the new Pouncers by Picket Fence Studios. These are really great. They come in these nice little containers, and you can leave them on your desk like this. We're going to take our stencil, we're going to lay it on top of our image here, and then we're going to take the Fadeout ink and our Pouncer. We're going to hold this down, and we're going to go over the entire image because I want this pattern even over the squirrel. So I'm just going to pounce. You hold it like this with your fingers on there. I'm going to pounce in the ink, and I'm going to start pouncing all over this stencil. Now we're going to lift this up and see what we have. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? And look, we even have the cool pattern in the squirrel. And now you're going to see, we're going to do something fun. Sometimes I like to have the Fadeout ink for a background. It gives a really soft, foggy background. Now we can put this away and store it for later. So to color in, we're going to color in the squirrel and the leaves. I'm going to take a tile, and we're going to color it with some Atelier pink, Sweet Petunia pink, Marigold orange, and the Atelier inks are amazing for watercoloring. They were specifically designed with watercoloring in mind, because when they dry, they keep their vibrant color. We're going to do we did some bee sting yellow. So I'm going to take some clean, clear water and just kind of pull down my Atelier Artist Grade watercolor inks so that I can have some lighter and some darker colors coming from, so you can get all the way the lightest to the darkest using these. And these are really fantastic inks because they really are amazing for watercoloring too. And now what's going to happen is You're going to see how the fade out ink is going to color change and become a different color as I lay these new colors on top. It really is like a magical ink. So it's not only for no line coloring, it's great for doing other fun projects too. So I'm going to dip into some of this Sweet Petunia Pink, and I'm going to just start coloring over my squirrel in a few different areas. So we're going to do a really fun rainbow squirrel. And you're going to see how the pink is going to get this really cool pattern using the fade out ink. So I'm going to dip into some marigold orange and put that right next to it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now you see how the pattern, the fade out ink is now pink, and now it's turning the marigold orange. And we're going to have this really neat pattern inside our squirrel. Now I'm going to get some bee sting yellow. We're going to get a cute rainbow look here. And even as it settles out, it's going to get more and more. It's going to fade back more, and you're really only going to see the colors that we lay on top. Isn't this so cool? I just love watching it change colors. It is like, it's a magical color changing ink. Now we're going to take some Trinity Teal, which will give us some blues and some greens because we're pairing it right next to the yellow we just put on. And the inks are also designed to just really blend beautifully together. Everything is just going to blend in. Isn't that so? Now look at that pattern. Isn't that amazing? And we're going to do the same things to the leaves. And one of the things I like to do with the leaves is I usually like to go over them with yellow first. And you can just really haphazardly color these. We're just doing it real loose, real simple watercoloring. So if you're new to watercoloring, this is a great project to start with. And also, if you're new to watercoloring, or if you're an advanced watercolorist, you're gonna find that watercoloring with the Atelier Artist Grade Fusion inks is very easy because they're also very forgiving inks. And if you want a little more ink, you can just open it up and dab a little more on there. But they're very smooth, they blend really well, and they're very forgiving in that if you need to make corrections, you can always come back, add a little more water. Like if you color outside the lines, you can go back and almost erase it like an eraser. So now once I have the yellow, I'm going to add some green right over that. I'm leaving some of the yellow peeking through in some spots. But yeah, if you're new at watercoloring, or if you're intimidated by watercoloring, I think if you try this, you'll love it. It's just so easy and fun. And you can see I'm just kind of dabbing color around. Really simple and easily. And now I'm going to grab some of this Trinity Teal, and I'm going to put it in some of my leaves, because that's going to give us another color of green and some more dimension. It's going to look really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love watching the colors change and move around. It's so pretty to blend, and the colors just melt together and blend. They're designed to blend together and create. You can create all kinds of colors, and we have 12 colors all together now in the Atelier Artist Grade watercolor inks. But what I love is they're great for watercoloring, they're great for stamping, they're great for, really, it does all the things, and that's why I named it Atelier. Isn't that amazing? And then I wanted to get a little darker in here with teal, so I'm just adding just a little bit more. And because we did the black ink, the pitch black, which is our latest color, and we used it and embossed it, we have a really nice well to watercolor with. Isn't that adorable? Now you can see the pattern. This is the natural color of the fade out ink, and then as we put color on top, it becomes pink, it becomes orange, it becomes yellow, it becomes teal, it becomes green, it becomes all these beautiful colors, and you get this super cool pattern. It's really fun. So you can imagine using your stencils in a whole new way to fill in cool patterns on your stamps. Isn't that so fun? And I'm going to add, then I can take this, I put mine on a tile, and I can then set this aside and use it later. So nothing goes to waste either. So I thought, let's put a little pixie dust on here. Actually, I'm going to bring that back because I love a little sparkle. So if you've never used liquid pixie dust, it comes in a bottle like this, and you shake it up, and then you can just put a little on your tile like that. I'm going to rinse my brush off. And you can just paint it on like this. You can use it for splatters, but it gives you a beautiful sparkle. And it really leaves your painting intact too. So it doesn't really move your colors around. It just lays a beautiful wash of shimmer all over your project. And it's not a gold, it's not a silver. It is an iridescent color. So, well, iridescent, it's basically translucent, and it really just picks up whatever color you lay it on top. Kind of like fade out becomes whatever color you put on top. This one really picks up, and look at that, isn't that beautiful? So much fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a little glue on the back of this card front. Pop it on my card. I'm going to use my ink off cloth just to pat it down and stick it onto my card. Isn't that so cute? Now I've got this great card, and once liquid pixie dust is dry, it does not come off your card. It stays on there for years and years. And also Atelier is color fast, so it's not going to fade, and you can see it stays bright, vibrant, and true to color. It's really beautiful ink. Isn't that so much fun? Look at that shimmer. Look at that little squirrel. So cute. Well, thanks for joining me. It was so fun to create this card with you. Hope you give it a try. And be sure to hit the subscribe button for more crafty fun at Inkon3. Bye-bye.